I begin with real astronomy when creating my worlds, because that's one of my passions, and so I start there. As far back as Pitch Black, I was interested in a binary system, a planet with two suns, a blue sun and a warm sun, right? And there are binary systems out there. The universe is strange enough out there that you don't have to add strangeness to it. In this new Riddick movie, one of the things that caught my eye was putting a planet in the sky, a brown dwarf star, which is sort of like a very big Jupiter. So at night anyway, this strange moon in the sky.
In creating the World of Riddick, we began talking about what we felt the sun was like and moon was like and day and night was like, and how we wanted to let that affect our world that we were doing. And we felt that for our planet that we would go with a warmer kind of look.
I went back to the same cinematographer I had for Pitch Black, who was David Egby, because we challenge each other. We push each other to make bold choices in Pitch Black. And again, I challenged him here because I said, look, let's create a fairly exotic-looking alien world, but I'm going to ask you to shoot the entire thing in an old train depot in Montreal, right? And never set foot outside.
When you approach a film like this where you're basically on stage for the whole movie and Mother Nature is not dictating to you, for a cinematographer it's quite good because you can control the look 100%. So we're saying that the light is reflecting off the broken planet sort of for the daylight, and when the daylight slips away, this red dwarf sun appears. I'm actually using a filter called chocolate, and it's a combination of these chocolate filters into some LeMay gold bouncers, which give the red amber look for the dying dwarf sun.
Building of the sets was really important to give the actors an environment that they could step into and imagine that they were on another planet.
I think I've made a career out of playing characters that live in different worlds and having to sell these different worlds. But I gotta tell you, I got here and it just totally took me by surprise. Like, I wasn't ready for this. You know, like, this is just beyond what my imagination could have come up with.
But yet, because this is a huge VFX show, just making sure that we leave enough room for green screen to be able to sort of paint in this alien environment.
There was a lot of research done to try to find the more alien-type environments that we have on our own planet. And there was a lot of research done for the Badlands, and for that we'd found a lovely location in Vista, New Mexico, which unfortunately we were not allowed to bring in motion picture cameras. It's a very protected piece of land, and so we hiked about 5.5 miles per day just going in there with all our gear and all our equipment and our photographic rigs, and took about 5,000 to 8,000 photos of all the different hoodoos and structures there. It was really quite a spectacular place to be physically, and it really did look alien from the outset.
The other thing is that we have a lot of wide lunar landscape shots with a lot of rain, a lot of smoke, and a lot of dust.
The whole damn planet wanted a piece of me.
One of the key creatures in our movie is this alien jackal.
The jackals are a particular challenge in that we want them to be recognizable as a dog-like creature. We've decided we would analyze real dogs. We had some Dobermans trained to do the specific actions that these jackals would be doing. We filmed them from multiple angles and applying these to the 3D rig that is being built to bring it to life. The jackals are particularly challenging in that we have to be absolutely perfect in the performance and in the integration of the jackal.
What you got there?
so that we completely buy into the fact that this is a personality that lives with Riddick. So he does have some nice interaction with the creature.
You'll see we have a gray jackal. And that gray jackal we call Gray Poupon because it's French and we're in Montreal, which is, you know, French Canada. We're all speaking French. We're all learning a little bit of French here. Gray Poupon is used for lining up and for the CG guys so that they can get a scale where the jackal is in the shot. And they kind of put him in, and then we take a little shot of him, and he kind of has a lighting. He's gray, so you can see how the light bounces off of him in certain ways. Get the right lighting, right reflections.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, black.
In terms of creatures, I sort of followed what I did in Pitch Black, which is occasionally I would do very simple puppet pieces that the actor had to engage with.
Nice puppy, dude. Thank you.
Touch, pick up, duck, dodge, weave. But for the most part, these are CG creatures. Riddick encounters these mud demons very early in the story. And they come in small size, they come in medium size, they come in big sizes. And these are creatures that lie dormant in the ground, waiting for the next wet season to come on this planet. And once the real wet season comes, that's when they're going to rise up and create all kinds of chaos for our characters.
Charlie, take 2 on that.
Right. Gunfire!
Whatever they are, they ain't so hard to kill.
Larkspur will get smashed into the window. So we'll make a rig that will create the prosthetic head that will get smashed into the window as the demons try to take him out the other side.
Action!
I don't think we need you for this. Just put him down there.
So he calls it hamburger face.
This is to say that our heroes are firing from off camera after they've seen their mate being taken by a mud demon. Okay? This is serious shit. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, action! Action!
In this movie, we made a lot of props that are going to be interacting with Vin and a bunch of other characters.
Ready to roll?
The mud flats were one of the most difficult places we worked in because we were in mud for about 2 weeks up to our waists, and it was sticky and hot and sweaty and bubbly and all this kind of stuff.
3, 2, 1, right. 3, 2, 1, left.
This sucker comes in and it's kind of taunting him, and then it flies into camera and flies back, and it tries to, it attacks him, tries to get him, and while he's fighting with this, he comes up and gets him. It's pretty cool. Actually kills her at one point and chops her head off. And so for that effect, we use some highly plasticized silicone. And as the head peels off and chops, it's all gooey and fun inside like that.
Mud demons are going to be a lot of fun to animate and create. I think they're really nasty beasts. All the dynamics of the mud are being analyzed and being applied to the CG models in The mud demons are basically living and breathing creatures in the CG world. We certainly want to impart the sense of danger that they pose to Riddick and to the mercs at the end in the final battle and the final run.
I'll say Hellfire, and the Hellfire begins goopage.
Movie making at its best.